This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water, I'm forced to the fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth, following God, and you grinding, you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center, word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. I'm in my element, I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. I'm in my element.
We are back in Atlanta for the 2023 World Long Drive World Championships. We've crowned one world champion so far with Ryan Reeves back. Ryan more than likely will be stopping into the booth here again to help me out. But my partner in crime all year, Alexis Belton, is going to be helping, be hitting here in a few. But right now we got Devin Caza, Anadreos, and Teresa Real. Devin Caza was world number 1 the beginning of this year, and Phyllis Meddy ended up taking that crown, and also Phyllis came out of the gates swinging. She went 350 yards and looked awesome. Monica Living, world number 1 as well, looked good with a 361-yard drive to start off her 2023 World Championships. Devin Caza, really like this grid for her. I really do. She hits a cut, and this has really benefited people that hit cuts, especially in the men's division. We had some drama last set. Sandra Karlberg was in a playoff and ended up winning by 1 yard. And Martin, that was funny. Martin was nervous, really nervous in the booth. Teresa Real, look at putting up some nice numbers right now at 164. Anadrejos at 168.8. Devin Caza with a great start at 325 yards. On Anadrejos 314. OB left from Caza. Teresa Real improves to 311. Anadrejos got on TV in Kingsport, Tennessee. And I will be getting the notes here in a second on these ladies, give you a little bit more insight to their backgrounds. Devin Caza, I do know, played softball. So did Anadrejos. Drejos only 2 yards away from taking the lead. Casaza's safely still in the lead by 2 yards at 325. Teresa Real getting after it, putting a lot of balls in play, is at 312. That one's going to go OB right. We've seen like 450 be the bubble in this format. So today there's been 3 groups of lady hitters with 9 in each group. They've taken the top 5, and there will be a round robin of 16 hitters tomorrow with 1 ghost player. So there will be 15 hitters going to the round of 16 here today. 10 have already made it in. And Phyllis Meddy, she was on fire. But look at Anadrejos on ball number 6, takes the lead at 330. That's going to put 200 points on the board for her. And Devin Caza will have 100. They were moving it there. 312 as well from Teresa Real. And here we go. My partner in crime. I'm all by my lonesome, but someone's going to win that on the Golf Channel on Sunday. Kelly Roddick, who just gave me 30 K-Cups from Tim Hortons yesterday. It was hilarious. It was like eastbound and down. She had it like it was the stereo of Kenny Powers, and she had the Tim Hortons over the top of her head, and I graciously took it and thanked her. And Kelly Roddick is awesome. In slot number 1, Sarah Owada in 2, and then Alexis Belton. We've been calling the action all year. It's been awesome to work with her, and I feel like we've gotten better at our craft throughout the year, and really look forward to seeing Alexis Belton hit today. She has multiple wins on the old WLD tour. She's won on television, and living here in Atlanta. So Alexis Belton in slot number 3. will be getting interviewed after this as well. She is multitasking. All right, here we go. Kelly Roddick in slot number 1, the pride of Canada. Alexis Belton, to be expected. 165.9, 115, and it's dead straight, 2,400 spin. I mean, she sat in the booth here for the last 3 days. We probably sat here for over 20 hours looking at numbers, and she kind of knows what she needs to do in order to get the most out of that golf ball. 170 right here from Alexis Belton down the left side. Kelly Roddick is going to be OB left. Sarah Wada's ball looks like it's going to be in play, but a good start here for Alexis. She wasn't sure what her club speed would be, but 170 to start off, and that ball is laser straight. Little high cut here. That's been the profile shot that we have liked to see in the men's division. 3,200 spin. Kelly Roddick, OB right. It looks like Sarah Wada's ball is going to be in play on ball number 3. This is the final set in the round of 27 in the ladies division. Alexis Belton at 302. Kelly Roddick, let's see if this one can stay straight. Nope, turned it over just a little bit too much. All right, so Kelly Roddick is down to her last golf ball in round number 1, coming off a win on the ULD tour. Alexis Belton at 167. I'm just liking these numbers here. She's not missing the center of the club face right now. And after this ball, she will be getting interviewed. Doesn't look like she's nervous at all. Putting a lot of balls in play right now. This one looks like she popped it up. All right, Kelly Roddick is down to her last golf ball here. Taking her time. 18 seconds left on the clock. Just needs to find the center of the club face, and she's going to put up a big number here. This one looks like it's going to be OB left. So Kelly Roddick starts off with an OB. Alexis Belton is going to take down 200 points. That was really funny last group with Martin and Sonia. He's been coaching her. He's nervous. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous right now watching Alexis hit. I want to see her do well. My son wants to see me on TV too. So I'm rooting for her here. My partner in crime. We're gonna interview her right now.
California.
How'd that feel?
That was crazy. Look at this.
Yeah.
Shaking.
No, you weren't shaking. You went 170, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
So I just need to find the center of the club face, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, your spin rates were good, too. I mean, the one that you hit was like 2,400 spin. But, yeah, how are you feeling right now after announcing for the last 3 days?
I'm exhausted, like super, super tired. But a lot of adrenaline. Like, what do you do with this adrenaline? It's so much fun hitting here with the girls, being back with them. I mean, Heather Manfreda's back on the tee box. She's a world champion. And so to share the stage with all these world champions is pretty cool.
Well, good start. You have 200 points. You'll get a couple more wins, and my son is very happy. He's already texting me right now, you know.
Hey, Siri. Thanks, Bobby.
All right, we'll see you in a minute. Good job.
See ya.
Janine Minnick, Sophia Arthur, and Heather Manfreda, the artist formerly known as Heather Lemaster, ended up winning it back in the early 2000s. I think it was 2013 that Heather ended up winning the World Championships, and she's put herself in position to win a bunch. She does a ton of corporate and charity outings all over the United States. Extremely philanthropic, an awesome person, great personality, and a good friend. So it's nice to see her back on the grid. Janine Minnick in slot 1, Sophia Arthur, another Swede that lives in San Diego. Heather with a number on the board right now at 279. This has been a good day. I can say there hasn't really been too many upsets across the board as we're looking at Sophia Arthur right now, who's about to get ball number 3 off here. Good swing. Take a look at the ball speed. Just a slight miss hit here at 114, but 162 ball. Janine Minnick gets after it as well. Another softball player who hits it a ton. Really, really fast. Arthur looks like she's going to be OB left. Manfreda lighten it up as she always does. You know, when you do as many corporate and charity events as she doesn't want to hit a bunch of balls in the tee box. She wants to hit one and play, and she's putting a lot in play right now. I like this ball from Janine Minnick down that right side. 165 ball. I think this one will improve. This one should be in the 300s. Just a matter of can stay in the air long enough. She's still looking back for a number. Plenty of time left. 37 seconds left. They're moving pretty quick here. It's their first set, and this is the first time Heather's been on a tee box in a long time. I would say it's probably close to 5 years. Janine Minnick at 303 takes the lead. Heather's last ball was fighting down that right side. Sophia looks like she's going to go OB. Heather Manfreda down to her last ball. This one's right down the middle. Just peppering it at 296. All right. So it looks like we'll wait on this last ball from Heather Manfreda. It's definitely in play. Did she get some rollout here? 284. 5 out of 6 balls in play. Janine Minnick's going to take down the set. We're going to be back right after this.
The longest hitters in the world are in Atlanta for a shot at the world title. Watch the World Long Drive Championship, October 22nd at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
I have the honor and privilege to be sitting with Cassandra Meyer. Did you and Martin pick your outfits today?
We did not plan, but honestly, I walked up earlier and I was like, oh, we're going to be matching. We were wearing the same color blue yesterday, too.
That's funny. You wore the white shoes, he wore the red shoes.
Yeah, I chose not to look like a Christmas tree.
How about that 339-yard ball you hit? How'd that feel?
I hit some good balls today. It felt good on the range. Had a couple shaky sets, but...
Yeah, I mean, you're a different animal. When you get that ball in play early, I mean, you always build on your sets. And but, yeah, I mean, you looked great as far as speed goes. I mean, you were in and around like 165 to 170. But what are the things that you're thinking about when you're on the tee box? Like, we're on a golf hole. You played golf professionally.
Yeah.
Do you like a golf hole or a grid better?
Oh, I definitely like a grid better. I think that it's kind of just figuring out the wind and, you know, your alignment out there. Some of the different spots or the slots, totally different. You know, this morning we were warming up on the range, and the range has totally different wind direction than the grid. So when you're out here, you're kind of having to adjust. And, you know, I hit kind of a high draw anyway, so that downwind off the right was helping me. But also, if you can overcook it pretty quick. So.
Well, the good thing is that you only had to hit 24 balls today, so you're going to have plenty of rest. You got some good grid time, and then tomorrow it's a round robin, but there's only 15 hitters. But, you know, you got yourself a good chance of getting on national television again. I know that you got close, you know, to getting that big win in Atlantic City. But what's it like being on national television?
I don't know. It went by so fast. However many years ago in Atlantic City, I think I blinked and it was over. I didn't really know what happened. But yeah, it's cool. It's a great experience. It's always fun out here, though, especially when it's set up like this. Even though this isn't on TV, it feels like it is, just because you got the atmosphere. You got a lot of people coming out. You got people yelling, and you still got some cameras in your face and stuff. So yeah, it's awesome down there.
I know what you're saying as far as that 3 minutes that I had the one time with JJ. That went by way too fast. Had a blast, but I was like, it's over.
Yeah.
In like 5 seconds. Right now, Devin Caza is in the lead at 304. Alexis Belton is at 280. Sophia Arthur finally has a ball in play at 291. And I said Alexis has just been, Devin really like, oh yeah, okay. She was like jumping up, maybe it was a different number, but yeah, Alexis has been doing a lot today. Kind of like me, it's like Ryan Riesbeck. Sometimes it's just relief just to get out and hit golf balls instead of, worrying about, the World Championships. And that's your sole goal here is
Absolutely.
to,
Look at her 309.
There we go.
I'm so happy that she's hitting. I kind of was on her butt about getting out there for this because she's been out here supporting us all year. She deserves to be out there 100%. So it's great to see her competing and in her element. In that first ball of the tournament, she got in the grid like 303. I was like, heck yeah, there she is.
Yeah, Devin Caza just needs to find the center of the club face because she's got a ton of speed right now. She just went 170. All right. So are you going to celebrate Bobby Ray's birthday today? Are we all going out? What's everybody doing after this?
I'm sure we'll probably celebrate
make fun
his
of
birthday.
him.
I heard there might be a cake. So
we ate the cake. We ate some.
Oh, you
of it.
ate the cake
It was
already?
absolutely delicious,
well,
by the way. Alexis Belton is off to a really good start. She's got 400 points. I can say pretty safely she's not going to miss the grid, and she's going to keep peppering it. And more than likely, Alexis Belton is going to be in the round of 16 tomorrow. Do you know what you've picked out to wear? Are you going to be matching Martin or what?
I don't know. Martin's only got like green and blue, right? Or he's got red, maybe.
He's got
I do
that
have
white,
some,
blue,
I
and
have
red
some
shirt.
So we're both JL, so it's pretty easy to match the colors.
Yeah. Well, the good thing
I'll
with me
have
is that I wear the same outfit every
Same
day.
thing every day.
So,
Is that what you wore out on the grid too?
No, I had a different pants and different shirt, but I pack way too much. I literally have clothes for probably 3 weeks, and I haven't used literally any of it. I just need socks and whatever.
I did too. I drove to this event, so I just packed up the truck, and I think I've packed for a month. So
Let's go to the tube right now, and let's see what everybody's asking. Ask us some questions. Ask us Sandra Meyer, whatever you want to ask her.
it's good to see Heather back as well. It's been a long time.
Monica Borowitz, that's one face that I have not seen. She's not
True.
here.
I think she had like one of her best friend's weddings. I was like, oh man,
Got it.
That's rough.
There she is. He said, and you can always guarantee that TJ Allison's going to be in there. So
Every time I pull up the chat, I see his name.
he's on. Big supporter of Long Drive. You looking at Anna Drejos right now at 300 yards. Kelly Roddick off to a little bit of a slow start over her first 7, but when she gets hot, she can just pump balls in the grid.
Yeah, Kelly's
And
a great
she's
competitor.
Really fast.
I feel like she's kind of not really a dark horse because she's always up there, but I could see her pulling out a win at any moment.
She won
She's
at Hope
always
Sound
right up
last
there.
year. She went up against Gabby, so I know that you and Gabby, y'all hang out. And so where are you guys staying this week? You guys get an Airbnb
We
in
did.
Avery?
Yep, we got an Airbnb. Yep.
We got the hotel, so
Yeah.
it's not that far away from here. And
We're only like a mile and a half, so it's
this is awesome because we've said it so much over the broadcast that we're in the heart of Atlanta. I mean, we're literally 5 minutes from downtown. We can be anywhere in a few minutes minus the traffic. But I really like this venue. And
the grid looks awesome. And then you got a little bit of a backdrop there. And, yeah, it looks really, really good. It feels comfortable out there. A couple of the grids can be set up kind of funky where it looks very different from each slot. But it feels like you got plenty of room out there, and it looks really good to the eye.
Anna Drejos put on a clinic. She's got 5 for 5 in play. I can safely say that one's in play. All right, Kelly Roddick, I believe ball number 4 stayed in, and it's just kind of like Sandra Karlberg. Is just a lot of movement right to left.
Just overcooking it a little bit. That's what I said off the right, a little down and off the right. If you're a natural drawer of the ball and you don't have enough spin on it either, it just kind of drops out of the air. So
274, so she does have a number on the board. I think 450 did get in. There was a playoff. The last one was a playoff with Sandra. So, Kelly Roddick is putting herself in a tough spot here unless she can put a big number on the board here and get a win. It's going to be close. Heather Manfreda is in play at 277, and Kelly Roddick is going to give the OB left. The good news is she still has a chance here as we're panning out and taking a look at the crowd here. Would you like this job, like be in the booth, or like what would be your dream job?
I think so. I got to get better at like filling space like you.
You can start asking me questions, and then I'll just keep going.
I was talking about that with someone today, about just like how good you are in the broadcast booth, and I was like, no one can fill air like Bobby.
Well, we've been doing this for so long, and that's
Yeah.
the thing that people that are coming in for the first time, like everybody knows everybody, and we have so many stories off the grid.
Yeah.
And for 17 years I've been doing this, and for me, like the senior division, I didn't even have any notes. I'm like,
Yeah, you know
like
everybody.
Elon's hilarious because he is so detailed in his emails and the PDFs, and gives us so many stats, and I look at him when it's in front of us.
Your 20-year-old boss.
Yeah, flew in on a helicopter. He's eating caviar, lobster tails, and fillets right now over in the corner. He's got a Rolex on. He's got limited edition Jordans. The kid's a stud.
I love you, Lon. I feel like we bonded.
Absolutely. Anadreos and Alexis Belton both have 400 points. They got 2 wins here. I was really impressed with Teresa Real. Have you seen her hit yet?
I haven't seen her hit.
She's fast.
Yeah, I got to meet her, though. She's tall, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
She looks tall.
This her on the left there?
She's about
yeah.
7'4". She's about as tall as Seb Twiddell.
I think everyone's tall to me, though.
Yeah, you and Pow got in, and Avery was close. She just kept putting a bunch of balls in play.
Yeah, that was too bad.
So
it's always a bummer when you're traveling with friends and a couple people are happy and one's not happy, or you obviously want everyone to do well and feel good about themselves, but it's not always the case.
It's a tough sport. All right, Teresa Real in slot number 1.
It's good to see a lot of new faces out here.
She can move it. Look at that.
She's got
Boom.
that little trigger. Yep.
Just overcooking it as well. Struggling to find the grid, but this one looks like Sarah Wada's got a ball in play down that left side. 306 from Janine Minnick, 270 from Sarah Owada. All right, so let's talk about the open division right now. Who do you got winning this thing?
That's so hard. I mean, Martin is looking really good. Coming into this, I said JJ. But Martin's looking really good, and obviously you can never count Kyle out.
Absolutely.
I'd say those are my top 3 for sure.
Can't go wrong considering they're 1, 2, and 3 in the world.
Are they?
Yeah, that's a good call.
That.
You're smart. But yeah,
I just
Martin,
think JJ's been so impressive all year. I know Martin, I don't think has quite had his best stuff at like every event, but man, he looks good. He
Yep.
looks good here. I think he's very comfortable on this grid, sets up well for his eye. And that makes all the difference. So many of these guys are so close with their speeds and their, how they can flight the ball. And, I mean, they're just so talented. And there's so many guys now where I feel like any one of them can win. So it comes down to what it looks like, what it feels like when you're stepping up on that tee and how confident you feel.
Janine Minnick just hit an absolute rocket down that right side at 170. Love the height on that golf ball, too. Let's see if this one, I would like to see this one at like 315. This grid's not giving it up right now. The wind shifted. It's going to get a little bit cooler out. Let's see if that last ball from Janine Minnick stayed in play. I wouldn't even be surprised if we saw 323. I just put up random numbers, 317. Boom.
There you go.
I think yours was.
I guess you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the one was, I think you were up, and I was like 314. And then it wasn't 314, and then the next ball was 314. So it hit it, but we'll be back right after this.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive, co-designed by World Long Drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive, extreme distance for your game.
Just taking a peek at the notes here, or no notes, the chat on YouTube. I'm just so happy that I'm saying Ana Drejos instead of Anna Drejos. So Cindy, hi. Charles Classy, are there women hitting the same compression ball as the men? Yes. And Martin was in here a little bit ago, and speed does matter, but there's been times today and throughout the entire year where these guys that are really fast have had to make a lot of adjustments to that golf ball. And even myself, that's not fast at all, considering how fast these guys are. I was making adjustments yesterday because there was a couple times where I hit that ball and the response to my hands was just like I hammered it, and it came back like 15, 20 yards short. So I'm like, what am I going to have to do in order to get more out of this golf ball? But, Charles Kalassi, he's been around for a really long time. I like the response that the golf ball gives to my hands. And, it definitely tells you a story, but sometimes, it's a little bit of a head scratcher. But, how do you like this golf ball?
Obviously, the more speed you have, I'm sure the more that comes into play. So I think for the women, maybe it's not quite as important because we don't have that crazy high ball speed. We're not compressing it quite as much. So it feels good to me. I have no complaints.
We feel strongly, I said in this division. You looked at, a couple balls today that went 350, 360, from the usual suspects, Monica Living and Phyllis Meddy. But, you put up a 339 ball. And, I think you flighted it well. You get the right amount of spin on it, and it
it
flies
doesn't seem
really
like
well.
It spins too much, which is good, especially in certain conditions. At least for us, at our speeds, I think it reacts quite well. So,
all right now, Devin Caza currently has 200 points. A win would put her at 400. She's in the lead right now, up against Heather Manfreda and Sarah Owada. Heather just lighting it up. World champion. She's not missing the grid. I don't even know how many exhibitions she does a year, but I can safely say she's probably in her career safely over 750.
She hits a lot of golf balls.
Yep, she does.
This is what she does. She's got to hit that fairway for the groups coming up. And
absolutely. Really been impressed with Devin Casaza's speed. She's hitting it really, really well. And first group, kind of like you, didn't you go 329 in your first group, and then you had a big number,
and that
would have won
first ball on the grid. That's so important. I've been thinking about it the last few days, just envisioning that first ball of the tournament going in the grid. It's always such a relief. So who are your picks? I want to hear. Pick your lady. Pick your Open champ.
Based off today, Phyllis Meddy looks so good. She was on fire.
Against her.
And it's like the three guys that you mentioned. It's almost impossible not to pick those guys. Devin Caza with a 332-yard drive.
There you go.
Manfreda picks up. It's just what I like about this is that for the men's division is that the 16 hitters are not going heads up. And it's a single elimination format. They're going to go just like you in a round robin, and they're going full throttle. And I cannot wait to call that action tomorrow because those dudes are going to be flying. And it's just an absolute premium getting balls in play. Guys like Zach Holton, he got off to a little bit of a slow start, and then he just locked in. But guys like James Tate, Owen Meads, guys from the UK that you haven't seen that much are putting on a great show. TJ Baker, they don't even, hadn't seen him yet. He started getting better. So it's going to be interesting.
He put up some big numbers, didn't he?
TJ Baker,
yeah,
he had to win his last two sets. And, I saw him. I see all these guys off. I think I've ran to the bathroom 300 times a day just pounding waters. But he's like, yeah, man, I just got to straighten my left to right. So a lot of these guys will go back and see their sets on YouTube and make some adjustments. So obviously the words that come out of your mouth might help out one of the ladies. Or you can just be me. You can just tell them, I really like their ball flight, and they hit a duck hook OB 300 yards. She should keep doing that. This is a very, very important set for Kelly Roddick.
Sophia is just yoked, isn't she? She is so fit.
Says another person that's sitting in the booth that's yoked. Come on. But yes.
She's so strong.
Yep. So she's out in San Diego. And she goes by Sophia the Swede. But yeah.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Kelly Roddick.
There you go,
317.
Kelly.
She's gritty.
Yeah, she is not one to give up, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. I said, she's my favorite. Kelly's awesome.
It's been so fun to get to know, yeah.
She is so funny. And a great competitor.
Yep.
Really, truly is.
And she's always like fist bumping you and stuff. Like you know, she's just a good person.
Yesterday was awesome. That picture that I took of her with the Tim Hortons was great. There we go. There we go. Now she's starting to figure it out. That one's right down that right side.
Might not have been real solid though, because I feel like that's 118, only 167.
Yeah, it would have been 177.
It was high though.
Yep.
High down that right side is definitely.
Oh yeah.
I think the hot spot.
The one slot has been good with guys, you know, and gals that hit it a little left or right, and you see that ball fall.
Yeah, there's a few mounds out there, but I didn't get to walk the grid, so I wasn't sure where exactly those are. The depth perception's kind of tricky when you're standing on the tee. You're like, that could be 400 yards away or 240 yards away. I'm not sure.
There actually is a cart path through the grid, but it's at like 250, and it just runs out and like down the far right side out to about 310, but it's really not in play. Kelly Roddick, there we go. There we go.
Really
good ball. She needs to take that to the tee box in the next set because she's going to have to go.
Yeah.
She's going to have to get after it. So she knows that her back's against the wall. She needs to win 2 sets in order to advance. You know, one of the favorites to win this tournament that's going to be there late. All right,
sometimes just getting a little angry helps.
Yep.
A little frustrated with yourself. Just turn that into a little anger instead of, negative thoughts.
Sophia the Swede looks like she is going to go OB. And she put up some great numbers, too. So, but she hasn't had any grid time this year.
Yeah.
Gets a little bit more grid time.
Did she only play one event or 2?
She might have played one. I think I saw her.
She was at the first event of the year, I think.
Yep. But
yeah, it's good to see her back out here. She's definitely got a lot of potential.
Plenty of speed. All right, so it's shaping up right now. If Anna Drejos and Janine Minnick hit a couple balls and play, and Alexis Belton, they're going to be in. And then it's going to be a fight.
Awesome.
Devin Caza is in at 400. So I feel like Devin Caza is safe. And then it's going to be between, like, Heather Manfreda, Teresa Real, and Kelly Roddick in that last set. So let's see who they match up against. You got Heather Manfreda against Alexis Belton and Teresa Real. So if Alexis wins this, not necessarily being the spoiler, that's late. Let me see here. Alexis is going to be in. Yeah, Manfreda, Belton, Teresa Real. So Alexis is going to go back-to-back.
Okay. That's awesome. I'm so happy for her.
Yep.
And what a day she's had. I mean, she was out here at what time?
Elon gets us out here at like 5:30 in the morning. Reading notes. Now we got out here at like 7:30-ish. But
did she have much time to warm up?
No.
Did you at least give her that?
Yeah, no, we did. No, because she was going to go for a couple sets, and Martin's like, I got it. So Martin came in here.
Good. Martin doesn't have a problem talking either.
No, it was good.
I think when I went back to watch a little bit, he was in the booth while I was hitting. So
yep.
Hopefully he didn't talk too much, say too many bad things about me.
Nah, he was bragging about how you guys matched today. But he took the red shoes, you took the white shoes.
Can't go wrong with white.
Let's take a look at this. There's a lot of longest drives. Let's see where you're at on this. 357
Colorado.
Not bad.
I was pretty excited about that PR.
Yep. Yeah, we had Mary Driscoll in here as well. Mary's awesome. Mary and Martin, I didn't even need to be in here. They could talk the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, Mary doesn't have a problem talking either. I'm sure Avery did well earlier too.
Avery's a natural.
She's been dying to get in the booth, I think.
This is her natural habitat. She's really good at it.
Yeah.
So, I said, talk about the amount of miles that she's put on this year.
Oh my gosh. She's a hard worker, that's for sure.
Absolutely. This is a good group of hitters right now. You got Anna Drejos, Alexis Belton, and Janine Minnick.
Janine's been really good all year.
Yep.
I feel like she's been very consistent. She's got a lot of speed. She kind of came out of nowhere, too.
A couple softball players.
Yep. Kelly's got to be a softball player, too, right? Yeah. They got those fast hands.
Karate, everything. Yeah, I sound like a broken record now, but I've said it probably 3 times. Like, Kelly Roddick, you just don't want her to punch you. She's gonna hurt you.
It's such an unassuming speed, too.
Yes.
Because there's not there's not like a lot of movement in her swing. It
It's like
all
that
happens
slap
in
shot,
such a
that
short,
Canadian
yep.
slap shot. But no, thanks as always for your time and good luck tomorrow. It
Thank
looks
you.
like Alexis Belton may take this down. We're going to see on this last ball is a miss hit from Janine Minnick, but Cassandra Meyer hit him long, hit him straight.
I will certainly
We'll
try.
see you on national television on Sunday.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Ed.
Get social with World Long Drive. Follow the longest hitters in the world on tour with exclusive behind-the-scenes content on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Watch every World Long Drive event on YouTube. Follow us at World Long Drive. This is Golf at Full Throttle.
Anadreos on that last ball going 327, so she takes down that set. Anadreos and Alexis Belton have made it into the round of 16. They are confirmed. Janine Minnick just needs to put a ball in play, and she will be in. Heather Manfred is at 300. A win would get Heather in, but she's going to be going up against Alexis Belton. So everybody has a chance to get in right now, mathematically. Sophia Arthur has been eliminated, but she will be hitting in the next set. Alexis Belton, 174.6. She's going to be happy with that number. Spun it just a tad, 2,900, but a big number from Alexis Belton. And if she keeps this up, she will be giving herself a chance to win a world championship. Really like this action from Teresa Real. She needs to win this set. She will have 450 points. Heather Manfreda doesn't have a number as of yet. 2013 world champ. Dialed in. Taking a peek at Heather. She's at 300 points right now. A win would definitely put her in. She hits this one. Shit, that was pretty good here. You're looking at smash numbers. That's right at 150 right there. So Heather with a good ball down that left side. And Alexis Belton is starting to step on the gas. 173 mile per hour rocket there. I'm just going to take a look at Alexis's spin right now. There's a better one right there at 2,100. 329 Alexis Belton. My partner in crime in the booth is looking good. She's looking a lot better on the grid than I did. All right. They're going to have their hands full here. Heather's longest drive so far of the day is 310, so she's got a chance. Teresa Real is at 312, but Alexis Belton putting on a show here. And I guess we're going to call the action for the last couple groups. What a set. What a set. And then Heather, as always, just putting a ton of balls in play, giving herself a shot. 166.6, 112. Good ball here from Teresa Real. Did it stay in the air long enough? Let's see if this one can get some rollout. All right. Let's see here with Teresa Real will have 350. Heather will have 350. So Kelly Rodney. Well, Kelly wins, she's in. I mean, there could potentially be a tie at 350 if Sarah Wadda doesn't win. 350 might get in right now. There's the belt once again, flying solo, but it won't be much longer because Alexis Belton's going to get that headset back on. I don't know what just fell. It didn't sound good. Alexis Belton Anna Drejos, Janine Minnick, they are in. If Devin Caza hits a ball in, she is in. She might be in anyway. No, well, if she gets in, yeah, Devin Caza just needs to hit a ball and play.
That was my caddy there, Elon.
Oh, yeah?
Taking off my glove and everything, but whoa, it's fun down here.
174.9.
Ah! Didn't know that was in there.
Yeah, right, whatever. You're just, I like how you're playing this.
How's that?
My son's texting me. He's like, I got a chance. He's like, Dad, I got to see you on TV on Sunday. How do you feel right now?
That's my main goal, is for the CEO to see his dad on TV. I feel really good. It's a lot of fun. It's such a different game when you're just coming out having fun. Like when you just come up and you're like, oh, this is a break, you know, like it just makes the game so much more fun, and you really enjoy it, and for what it is, I think, more than anything. Like Heather, both of us just finishing up, and we haven't been here in a long time, so it's a lot of fun down here.
Well, Heather put a lot of balls in play. Like, I mean, was there a certain side of the grid that you were looking at, you know, in your sets?
You know, I was looking down the middle, but also I kind of wanted to play around a little bit with tees. I don't know, Bobby, if you experienced that, and I know some of the girls have talked about that, but this is a different pad that we're using than normal. And so normally a T-claw works. I think the T-claw might be my thing that I will do tomorrow, but do you stick a long tee, a short tee? What's going to work best? And so I also got to give a shout out to my club builder, Phyllis Meddy.
Yeah, I mean, Phyllis hit a nice 350-yard rocket today and hit 8 million balls in play. I mean, Phyllis looked awesome.
Amazing.
But you put on a show right there, you know, 700 points. You got 3 wins in a second. And, you know, you didn't have to put too much strain on that body today, minus, you know, maybe strain on your voice talking with me for however many hours. But
no, not at all. One person that I've really been loving to hit with is Anna Drejos. You know, her and Janine Minnick, having them on the two sides. I mean, those are 2 possible Rookie of the Years right there.
Yep.
And so we're watching her right now. She's got a lot in that tank.
Yeah, she's already in. She's at 600.
Without a doubt.
308 right now, currently in the lead. Sophia Arthur finding her first 300-yard drive of the day.
So we've seen the wind shift and move a good bit over these last 3 groups. What have you seen up there?
I've seen a lot of balls in play. That's what I've seen, and you know, like Alexis Belton. I'm looking at the lead right now. You got Anna Drejos, Janine Minnick, Devin Caza. I mean, I'm seeing these ball speed numbers jump. I'm seeing a lot of 170s from this group. This is definitely the fastest group we've had so far as ball speed goes. And, you know, Kelly Roddick put herself a little bit behind the 8 ball. She still has a chance to get in. If she does win the next set, she might even still be able to get in with a 2nd place finish, and we could have a tie, a 3-person playoff between Teresa Real, Heather Manfreda, and Kelly Roddick if Kelly does take 2nd place. But if Sarah Owada wins, which she's still 12 yards behind, it doesn't look like Sarah's going to be able to advance. All right, so it's really going to come down to Kelly Roddick. Kelly Roddick takes first. She's in.
Okay.
And then knocks out Teresa Real and Heather Manfreda.
Okay.
If she comes in second, there's going to be a 3-person playoff. But you're in.
I think Kelly Roddick, you know, she's been battling an injury all year. I'm interested to see how she's going to continue to manage that. But she looked really good her last set.
How is it? I mean, about in the booth, is it colder out now, or is it pretty much still like in the 70s?
You know, we have a bit shade right now just because of the booth and everything. And so I think it's a little chilly, a little bit more chillier, even than it was, I'd say, an hour ago. But still, it feels good. It's nice that the wind has died down. I think that was adding a little bite to it. You know, I had to pull a Bobby Ray, suns out, guns out, because I definitely was getting a little warm.
Well, right now, you're in, and you look great. Just hitting a bunch of balls. That was really, really, truly fun to watch. And now, here we go. We got Janine Minnick, Kelly Roddick, and Devin Caza.
This is a really big set here.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, if Janine Minnick, and I don't see them taking anything off right now, because knocking out Kelly Roddick would be like a big upset right now. Her not getting into the round of 16.
These are probably 3 of the fastest in this group.
Yep. All right. Well, here we go. Going to have our eye on Kelly Roddick.
I mean, out the gate, Janine putting a good one out there.
That one looks like that one's going to stay in play from Janine Minnick. That was 165 ball. Rodney, similar to Sandra Carlberg, just a lot of movement right to left, and when she straightens that thing up, it's a big number.
Honestly, the left side for the ladies, it's looked like there's a little bit more rollout down there on the grid if you kind of cross a certain point. Janine Minnick in at 312.
Yeah, Devin Caza is in at 400, so she is already in. So Devin Caza is in. Kelly Roddick currently needs to go 276 or more just to give herself a chance. If she hits it 313 with this is a big ball right here. 173 fighting down the right side. 118. This is a good ball.
Ooh, that looks really good. It's still rolling.
If that one stays in play, that's going to be a big number from Kelly.
That had
Roddick.
a lot of rollout right there.
I'm loving Janine Minnick.
And she look at Kelly. She's having fun now. She's got that tongue hanging out.
329. I'm not going to lie, I got a little smile on my face here watching Kelly put one in play. She's so tough.
Yeah, she's got that that Jordan tongue out right now because she's feeling good. She knows she did what she had to do.
So Janine Minnick's longest drive is 317, and Devin Caza's is 312. Obi right from Janine Minnick. Caza hits a good ball here. This one's fighting down the left side. This one's going to be close. Is this one going to stay in? Rodney starting to get dialed with a high draw down that right side.
This is, yep, that one's still rolling. She's found a hot spot right there. There's a little ridge, and once it hits that ridge, it's rolling out a good bit. I'm going to have to remember that for tomorrow.
This profile looks good from Janine Minnick, but it's a 160 ball. That's a miss hit for her. Kelly Rodney is down. Caza is going to go OB. It looks like it's going to be possible here. Kelly Rodney, she's got a nail biter. Janine Minnick can knock her out. Or not knock her out, because the worst case scenario is if she goes 330 or more. So there would be a playoff. But Kelly Rodney's going to come back from an OB set of third and 2 wins.
I mean, when you think about someone that has grit, you think about Kelly Rodney.
Look at that, 177.
A lot of fun having her in the booth.
She won it. All right, you're in. You've done well.
Thank you. That's it for down here. Bobby, we're going to send it up to you for the rest of the night.
Good work today.
Thanks, you too.
Ana Drejos, Alexis Belton, Janine Minnick, Devin Caza, and Kelly Roddick round out your 15 hitters that will be in the round of 16 tomorrow. We're going to wrap it up. It's been a long day. 32 men are going to go down to 8 tomorrow, and 15 women are going to go down to 8 as well. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. As the late, great Dick Sanford always said, good night, God bless. Drive home safely. Have a good night, everybody.